Water management in Diyarbakh. Diyarbakh is situated about 1.5 kilometers from the city of Agra and is covered on 3 sides by the river Yamuna. The colony of Diyarbakh was established in 1915 by planting a mulberry sapling near the Mubarak Kuan, making the prophecy of Param Purush Purandhani Swamiji Maharaj, the august founder of the Radha Swami faith, come true. Water resources. The entire area was a sandy tract when the colony was founded by Param Guru Huzur Sahibji Maharaj. River Yamuna had been the mainstay for irrigation of Diyarbakh fields. Huzur Sahibji Maharaj got a lift canal about 3 miles long, constructed in 1936 to draw water from Yamuna for irrigation purpose. This provides about 11.5 cusecs, about 28 mld of water, to irrigate almost 1,078 acres of land through a network of 26 canal outlets. The other source for irrigation is through tube wells. As a step towards conservation of water, the use of tube wells for irrigation is being discouraged and has reduced substantially over the years. To recycle wastewater, Jal Nigam Agra set up a sewage treatment plant (STP) on Diyarbakh land with an agreement of providing 6.5 cusecs, 15.89 mld of water to Diyarbakh for irrigation purpose. This is becoming an important source of irrigation, especially during the time when Yamuna water is not available. To make water available for irrigation during lean periods, ponds are being constructed. One such pond has been constructed at the tannery. River bank filtration RBF system DEI. The Diyarbakh Educational Institute DEI has been sanctioned a project on RBF by the Department of Science and Technology. The site for RBF is at Chandmari Katila near Jatropa Fields, Diyarbakh, close to river Yamuna. The RBF setup has 3 large tanks connected one after the other, 2 control rooms and solar panel room for clean and sustainable working of the unit. Based on hydrogeological parameters, borewell has been installed at an appropriate distance from river Yamuna. The surface water is drawn in borewell, leading to seepage of water through the sand, gravel and slit layers of the bank of river Yamuna, thereby getting naturally filtered water into the borewell, called as the river bank filtrate. Water is collected from the borewell to tank 1 as naturally filtered river bank filtrate, 100 kiloliters, which is followed by post-filtration process using biosand purification channel, approximate 18 feet deep. The percolated water from biosand filter gets collected into tank 2, which consists of 4 channels with a capacity of 25 kiloliters of water in each. The post-treated water is finally transferred to tank 3, from where it is distributed to fields and DEI. At present, DEI is supplying RBF water, which is potable to Bahadurpur village, and soon it will be supplied to the DI community. Ganga Jal Water Project. Through the efforts of UP government, Ganga Jal is being now provided to Agra city. Diyarbakh and DEI have provided land for installation of Ganga Jal pipeline network system. In lieu of this, Diyarbakh and DEI have been benefited and have been provided drinking water source to a maximum limit of 11 lakh litres per day. The present requirement of drinking water in Diyarbakh is about 7 lakh litres per day, of which 4.5 lakh litres is met by Ganga Jal and rest is managed through tube wells. DEI has drinking water storage capacity of 3.10 lakh litres. However, the current drinking water requirement of DEI is about 1.2 lakh litres, of which is met through Gangajal and through tube wells on campus. In both places, the Gangajal water is mixed with the tube well water to reduce latter's hardness and salinity. Irrigation systems in Diyalbag. In Diyalbag, Yamuna is a major source of water for irrigation purpose. Water from sewage treatment plant STP also contributes to irrigation of agricultural fields, parks and gardens of Diyalbag and DEI, such as the Biodiversity Park near Seminar Complex, Botanical Garden near Science Faculty, Shantinagar Park, Herbal Garden within Dairy Complex, Fruit and Rose Garden, Jatrofa Land, Phalbag at Diyalbag, and a Biodiversity Park at REI Boys Intermediate College, to name a few. Irrigation in the fields, gardens and park is run through canal and goon network system, rain gun and sprinklers, drip method, pipeline system and flooding. The Biodiversity Park at the Seminar Complex is entirely dependent on the STP water for irrigation. 5 ponds have been dug in this park to store water. Different methods are being adopted to retain water in these ponds since the soil is sandy and has no water holding capacity. Similarly, a pond has been dug and brick-lined at Shantinagar Park to store STP water for irrigation purpose. Water conservation. Rainwater harvesting has been adopted by Diyalbag to maximize the utilization of water. Both flood water and rooftop water are harvested. Pits and channels are interconnected for the collection of water. This exercise has indeed helped in raising the groundwater level and building green surroundings. Thus, the severity of summer months has been reduced and water is available throughout the year. Floodwater harvesting has been constructed at USIC DEI. Roof water is collected at Bhandargarh Water Harvesting Recharge Pit at Bhandargarh also. The drinking water supplied to the hostels is heated to boiling point through solar heater collectors, and the steam thus generated is used for cooking meals for hostel residents. Grey water, kitchen and bathing water after recycling is used for maintenance of lawns. This grey water is also used in composting of organic waste at Vidyutnagar, which is managed by SNC Diyalbag and students of the BVOC program on water sanitation and solid waste management of DEI. Proper waste disposal and management, recycling, reuse, use of non-toxic cleaning agents and limited use of non-biodegradables has reduced soil pollution, thus ensuring groundwater purity. Water testing. We at Department of Chemistry DEI are involved in testing quality of drinking water to ensure supply of clean water. Hence, we monitor several water quality parameters in potable water to ensure its quality. The physical parameters include temperature, color, odor, taste, turbidity, pH, conductivity and total dissolved solids (TDS). The inorganic ions include fluoride, chloride, nitrate, sulfate, phosphate, calcium, magnesium and hardness. Toxic metals, copper, chromium, cadmium, lead, arsenic, iron and mercury. DO, BOD, COD, which are indicators of organic pollutants present in water and pesticides. Bacteriological testing includes total coliform and fecal coliform. Color may be due to the presence of organic matter, metals like iron, manganese, or highly colored industrial waste. Desirable limit 5 Hazen unit. Taste and odor is present in water mainly due to organic substances, biological activity, industrial pollution. Drinking water should be free from objectionable taste and odor. Measures for treatment of water are undertaken as routine. Potassium permanganate KMnO4 is used for treating the water, which can keep the drinking water free of harmful bacteria. Research areas at DEI in water purification. 2 Indian patents on physico-chemical process to enhance the absorption efficiency of Leucaena leucocephala Shiv Babul powder for decontamination of toxic metals from polluted water bodies have been granted. Further work is in progress to use these biomaterials to design a water filter for rural and semi-urban areas. Also, in collaboration with IIT Jodhpur, designing of clay filter is under study for water purification. Clay and sawdust, any dried agricultural waste are being used to make this filter. Research work in areas of use of wastewater for electricity generation and hydrogen using microbial fuel cell is also being pursued at DEI. Thus, the once sandy tract of Diyalbagh has been converted into a lush green area supporting several types of crops, fruiting trees, herbal and ornamental gardens through efficient water management practices upholding the commitment to Sigma 6 quality, values and attributes. The children of the Superman Evolutionary Scheme and regular field volunteers enjoy this green environment and fresh quality air at the serene atmosphere of the lush green Mansarovar Garden in Diyalbagh, Garden of the Merciful. At the end, it can be said that water management has played a significant role in the transformation of Diyalbagh from an arid and barren piece of land to a fertile and productive colony. All this has been possible only by the blessings of the Supreme Lord and the integrated efforts of Diyalbagh community and DEI.